Dr. Matt Robinson here from ReadyVet with you again. So we've covered performance of a distant exam, performance of a physical exam. This would usually include assessing vital signs. We thought that the vital signs might require a separate video, so we'll show you that now. First of all, I did explain during the physical exam video how I'm assessing the mucous membranes, the gum. You can see there's a lot of black here. This is something that's important to be aware of, is that lots of dogs have got much more black than him, so you really want to try and find a pink bit, and you're looking at the colour. Is it pink or is it pale? Dogs with pale mucous membranes, sometimes they'll actually be as pale as the teeth, and that's red flag. Low blood pressure or anemia, basically. Pale mucous membranes is either hemorrhage or anemia, typically. So these are things that we're concerned about. We've got nice pink mucous membranes here, so we're less concerned about bleeding, for example. But I'm also assessing hydration here by feeling and observing the level of moisture. Dehydrated animals will have dry, tacky mucous membranes. They won't be nice and slimy like this. So these are things that I'm thinking about. And then we want to assess the capillary refill time, which gives us a pretty crude estimation of blood pressure. So it should be 1 to 2 seconds maximum, and you can see his is very fast. You just push on the gums until they go white, you take your finger off, and it should return to pink within 1 to 2 seconds. Anything over that is a prolonged capillary refill time, so we might be starting to be concerned about something like low blood pressure. So then we've done the mucous membranes. I'm going to move on to respiration now. This is a good example. You can see that he's panting, so properly assessing his respiration is a little bit difficult. So if I was writing things down, which you always should, I would put respiratory rate pant, because it's not an accurate reflection of what his breathing rate actually is. But otherwise, you can just either hold, or in a hairy dog that might be easier, and count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you do that as you're holding a watch, and get up to 15 seconds, multiply the number by 4, or 30 seconds, multiply by 2, it's probably slightly more accurate, and then move on to heart rate. So I would typically assess the heart rate and also listening to the heart sounds and things with a stethoscope. If you haven't got a stethoscope at home, not many people do, then you can. Some dogs you can actually feel the heartbeat like this, but he's breathing, he's panting, so it's a bit difficult. So the easiest pulse to find in a dog is in the femoral artery, which is in here. On the inside of the leg, up in the groin, there's a little triangle there where the major vessels come down and supply the leg. It's in a dog his size, this artery will be nearly as big as your little finger. If they've got good blood pressure and a good strong pulse, then it's very easy to feel. So this is what I'm feeling here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're also noticing for the character of the pulse. So is it a bounding pulse, or is it a weak pulse, or is it, you can often feel what we call sinus arrhythmia, which is when it speeds up a bit when they breathe in, slows down a bit when they breathe out. That's a good sign. Sometimes it's not always steady. So essentially we want the number. We can look up, what the normal number is. Is it fast tachycardia? Is it slow bradycardia? These are all things that we're logging. Like I said, write stuff down because you forget otherwise. And then we would move on to taking a temperature. So dogs are really lucky in that they all get to be penetrated when they come to the vet, unless they're bitey. Same with cats. You need to stick the thermometer in 3 to 5 centimetres in a dog this size. If you put it in 1 centimetre, it's going to be wrong. If you put it inside fecal material, it's also going to be wrong. So we really want to get it right in there. A bit of lubrication is good. Get it right in there, push your button. And then I'm actually pushing it to the side so that the thermometer is coming in contact with the rectal wall, and then his temperature is 38.6, so that's normal. I usually go on 38.3 to 39.3. I think in the notes it might say 37.8 to 39.3 or something. That's fine. He's 38.6, so I'm not concerned. Any dog with a temperature over 40, I'm wondering, is it just because it's a hot day and they've been running around, or is it actually because they're sick? Usually you would want to know whether they're panting or not. A dog that's got a hot temperature and they're panting, maybe it's just because it's a hot day and they're running around. So that's vital signs, from mucous membranes, colour and character, capillary refill time, to your respiratory rate, your heart rate, your pulse character, to your temperature. That's got it all covered. Good one.